So I'm going to go over how you use portrait mode on an iPhone. I have an iPhone 10s. This came up in this week's Q&A, and the reason why I thought it was important to talk about and it's relevant is that in the iPhones we have portrait mode, and within most versions you can adjust the aperture, which adjusts our depth of field. I know if you have a phone like the Google Pixel, this is also possible and it is just as awesome. So right now I have my camera app open. I'm going to tap portrait or swipe to portrait mode, and I'm going to listen to what it's saying right now, which is to move further away. And I'm going to tap on my subject or my main focus point, which is right now the little quote box I have up there. And I'm going to take a picture. And if I take a look at this picture, you can see on the left, upper left area, it has the little icon and saying portrait. This is important because this is the way you know you can change your aperture after the fact. So we're going to tap edit. And if you see again on the top left, there's that F number, which is how we denote aperture in photography. So right now it photographs at f4.5. If I wanted to change this and say I wanted a more shallow depth of field so I can blur out all this mess behind the box, I tapped that F number and this scale here, this bar came up. And if I push this all the way to the left, or to the furthest left option, my background has blurred out significantly now. My image now has a much more shallow depth of field. And this is great because it gives more emphasis to the quote that's in the box. If I didn't want that, I can also give it a more narrow and deep depth of field where pretty much the whole image is in focus. Or you can leave it however you like, but this is a really awesome option to change it after the fact. Um, and I would probably use my crop tool as well and just probably crop in here. You guys don't need to see all this mess, right? The focus is that box. I'm going to keep it pretty centered. And voila, now we have, you could use this as a wallpaper. Every moment of your life, including this one, is a fresh start. So I hope this was helpful and it was great way to learn about portrait mode. You can see in Google if your phone has something similar, but that is a great example of how to learn how to use Aperture.